It goes. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna do oldest by latest, and then like by the greatest one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the best for last.
Excellent. Well, it looks like we're live. So, welcome to the Itch Network podcast, where we discuss all things happening with movies and video games. I'm Spencer, and I'm talking with my good friend, Ninja C. Ninja, how are you?
I'm doing good. You better not be talking to other friends.
You got that friends? How you been, man?
Doing good, man. Did my part. Gave some blood today, man. Hopefully it goes out to somebody that needs it.
You're a hero.
I just play one on TV.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. You gonna pass out on us? Did you get a cookie?
Dude, actually, they had cheesecake. It was all, you know what? I did it for the cheesecake. I had a little slice of cheesecake.
Little slice of heaven, what it sounds like.
Mm.
You know, I haven't had real cheesecake in a while, but I've had vegan cheesecake, and shockingly, it's pretty good.
I can only imagine what it's actually a Photoshop piece of cardboard.
Yeah, but
it's some couscous.
Looks legit. Looks super legit. I think it's made from cucumber tears or something, but it's really good.
They're distilled. Oh man.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good, even though it seems like an oxymoron, and it is, I guess. Vegan cheesecake.
Oh man.
But if you can find it, I recommend it.
Yeah, let me fly out to Beverly Hills.
Is that where they have vegan cheesecake in Beverly Hills?
Those Whole Food stores. I get my stuff from Walmart, dude.
Oh yeah, didn't you tell me like a long time ago that if you're you feel like if you're near a Whole Foods, then you must be doing pretty well?
Yeah, there's like a whole thing. Yeah, I probably stole it from some comedian, but yeah, it's like the proximity of like Whole Foods. You know how good you're doing in life or something.
We were talking about that one time, and you're like, you got how close are you to a Whole Foods?
Kind of a weird question to open up with, right? Like,
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know if they have it.
People on the street.
I don't know if they have it where you're from. Is there a Food City out there?
Negatory. No.
We have something called a Food City, and it's the opposite effect. There's like a study, and it said if you lived within a mile radius of a food city, the crime rate doubled.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
there's this thing called like food oases, it's like food deserts or something that I've seen. I'm a documentary-aholic, so like there's just areas that they just don't get good nutrition. They just pop up like fast food places and non-healthy things and funnel it into the community, and they wonder why everybody's fat and dying.
Not where you are though, right? They got nothing but Whole Foods and Sprouts where you're from?
Oh, they got Safeway. They got some kind of food saver thing. I haven't been to Publix in a while.
Wait, whoa! What is that called? Publix?
Publix.
Oh, Publix.
I usually go to Kroger. I go to Kroger, Walmart, or the commissary. So it's usually what we go to.
Yeah, they call it Kroger.
If you wrangle up the wagons and go into the big city, then we do have some Whole Foods there. It's quite a drive, though.
One of the big city boys.
Yeah, I gotta pack everybody.
Well, all right, man. You ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Village of the Dam, and bought went to FYE. Gonna name drop that. Can we get some sponsorship?
Yeah, if you want overpriced goods, if you want overpriced movies and overpriced CDs, why do you have CDs? Don't worry about it. If you want them overpriced, get them at FYE. They'll hook you up big time.
You wanted Revel.
That was that.
I can't top that. That's actually great. Okay. So anyway, we got Village of the Dam. So I got like a 4-pack, and it had like a few John Carpenter movies, and I think we have a John Carpenter fan on the podcast now.
We do.
I know the things that actually I like The Thing. I think it's like it's a great movie. I hate the remake. You don't get you don't mess with perfection. You know?
Yeah.
But I chose Village of the Damned. That was on there because I've seen The Thing so many times, but I haven't seen this one before. So kind of an older one, 1995.
Wait. I thought we were doing Virus. We're doing Village of the Damned?
Oh no, we're doing Village of the Damned. No,
right.
Virus was terrible. No, I don't want to just no.
Wait, you don't want to review Virus?
No. It was pretty forgettable.
Can we have it and you just tell me why it's terrible after we do this one?
Very forgettable, cheap effects, waste of what's her name that's in the yogurt commercials.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I don't really remember much else. I was like half watching it, man.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Just did not grab my interest. And then I was like, why does this movie suck? And then I looked at it, it barely made any money. I don't know if it was like the competition or something. I just didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. I was like, this.
All right.
Yeah.
Let it go. All right. Village of the Damned.
So Village of the Damned, it's rated R. Fantastic. Which I don't really get because it's like not gory and there's not cussing in it. So it's an hour and 39 minutes. It's horror sci-fi thriller. I seem to like my horror with a little sci-fi myself. So a small town woman gives birth to unfriendly alien children possessed as humans, but actually it's a mass birth. This weird occurrence, everybody just passes out in this area around the town, and then all of a sudden all these women are pregnant.
Wow.
And it's got.
That's like what happens when I go to a new town.
Exactly right.
Can't explain it, but I feel so drained.
So it's got Christopher Reeves in it. It's got Mark Hamill as the preacher. Christopher Reeves is the hero of it. Kirstie Alley. It's got some interesting actors in it.
Wow.
So Christopher Alley's kind of the bad person. So.
Kirstie Alley's the villain?
Yeah, she's kind of the enabler of the bad people. So.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, the kids are aliens, and they do bad things.
Do they have to kill the kids?
In the end, they don't graphically do it, but Christopher Reeves builds a this wall. They can read your mind, so he builds this literal and figurative wall. They do a really good job on the special effects, and they're just trying to tear it down. And he has this explosive near this classroom they've gathered around. And by the time they figure it out, they just go kaboom.
So really, this movie was 25 years too early. Building walls.
Yeah. That's dumb.
Trump's favorite movie. It's like, wait a minute. He had a big light bulb go off.
I was like, oh, maybe he got his inspiration from that. So.
From Village of the Damned.
It's still pretty.
He probably thinks Mexico is the Village of the Damned.
Well, it did not make much money, but
no,
I enjoyed it. All the kids are platinum blondes, dude.
That's the thing about John Carpenter is he's never. I don't think he's ever been uber successful in a lot of the stuff he really liked making.
Yeah, but you got to give that to John. He doesn't really care. It's he just makes what he wants to make, and I have to really.
They usually become cult classics afterwards. It's meant for a certain group of people. Certain sick, deranged group of freaks that like his movies.
Yeah, it still kind of holds up, man. I mean, most of the effects are the kids, their eyes glowing and stuff. And there's they get the mean janitor to jump off a building and impale himself on the broom.
Oh.
So.
As long as he's the mean janitor.
Oh, yeah, he's kind of being a dick. So.
Okay. Well, what do you give Village of the Damned?
I'll give it. I don't want to be too generous. They got a 5.6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. And revisit it if you see it in a bundle pack or on Amazon Prime for it looks like $4. Get that so.
Okay. All right. Next up.
All right, we got Creed 2. I've seen the first Creed. Really enjoyed it.
Oh my god, I have a weird story. So my boy JD, he's black. Yes, that ties into the story kind of. one day we hadn't known each other that long, maybe like a year, maybe a year and a half. And one morning he goes and he's like, I didn't know that Creed was a movie or anything. I don't follow movies. And he just goes, I saw Creed the other day. It was pretty awesome. And in my head, I'm thinking the band Creed.
Oh, yeah. Eyes wide open.
Yeah. Well, one, I didn't know they were a band anymore. And two, like, I was like, you're not the right skin color to like Creed, buddy. And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm all about Creed. That's awesome. I'm like, no way. There's not a shot in hell. And of course it was the movie Creed, not the band Creed.
Yeah, I don't even know. Are they still together, dude? I'm not on the Creed bandwagon.
I don't think so. I think Scott Stapp went crazy or something. I don't know that for a fact. Okay. I just assume Scott Stapp went crazy in every given situation. Anyway, Creed 2, movie not about the band. Disclaimer.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'm gonna preface that with not about the band. So you probably want to see the first one if you haven't, go see the first one.
Okay, which I hear is good.
It's gonna be a slow-paced movie, like almost all the Rockies except Rocky 4 is a little bit faster. You know, the one with the Russian.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, Dolph Lundgren comes back in this, so
same character.
Kind of the character Ivan Drago. It's actually his credit. So there's a little bit of that. It's almost like Rocky 4 revisited, honestly. If I had to sum it up into that one statement. There's
too many Rockies. I don't know them that well. Is that the one with Ivan Drago where he fights Ivan?
Yeah.
Okay,
the
I've seen
fourth
that
one is the one. Yeah, that's the Russian one. I want to say.
I just know I like that one, and then I think it's the first one with Mr. T, right?
I believe the first one. See, I'm a little fuzzy too. I just know. I believe that's the one with Mr. T, because then there's the one with Hulk Hogan does like a charity thing and they fight.
Yeah.
I got the box set at home too.
I just love Mr. T. He speaks in 2-syllable sentences and always seems really angry, and it's the greatest. He's the greatest villain ever.
I'm always angry.
I just want to talk like him at work. Like, did you do your reports? They're due today. Get them! Turn them in! Going home! Eating dinner!
Actually, I want to talk like that.
Isn't that awesome?
They would go a lot quicker. Like, just get to the point. Like,
yeah, everything would be done.
Ham sandwich!
Ham sandwich! Lemonade!
It was good. Like, okay. Man. You know what? He is not wasting time.
Yeah, he's getting straight to the point. He's cutting to the core of it. He don't play.
Yeah, there you go.
I respect that.
But yeah, we're gonna do the round. So it's years of Creed, the son of the famous boxer that perished at the hands of Drago.
Yeah.
He's still under the mentorship of Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone.
How's he aged? Pretty well, right?
He's getting up there, man. He's getting up there, like we all are, you know.
I ain't getting up there.
But yeah, you'll live forever, right?
Yeah. The hearts and minds of everyone.
So yeah, they pretty much. He's calling them out. He's trying to set up a fight with them and stuff. He's got the wife and kids now. I think he's just a kid. And some training montages, but I mean it's incredibly slow. Like I enjoyed it, but also I was looking at the clock like, is this still going on? Just like these segments of the movie. Did they redo the steroid use scene where he's working out super hard? Well, he's like working out in like the desert. He goes like back to basic type desert thing after being beat pretty bad in the first round of it. It was like a technical thing. It's like, okay, well, he was knocked out at the same time or something, so they do a rematch. So,
okay,
you know, it has to have some montages. Like, there's like a Rocky formula to it, you know.
Yeah.
So, but Michael B's good, man. I like Michael B, man. I hope he continues to make good movies.
Excellent.
And,
all right,
wish him the best.
What do you give Creed 2? What score?
You know what? I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. It's a little slow pacing, but it's still a good movie and some good cinematic shots too.
Okay.
All right, so now on to I've been waiting for a while to see this one. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh.
And it's PG, clocking in an hour 57 minutes.
Wait, this is PG?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's animated. It's an animated action adventure released in December.
Thought they would shoot for PG-13.
Yeah, I don't know. They kept it PG. It's a good family film, man. It has a great message too. So, teen Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man of his reality, crossing his path with 5 counterparts from other dimensions to stop a threat for all realities. So let's see.
Animation's pretty slick.
The animation style, I actually watched some YouTube videos of how they did the animation style. They actually took longer than usual because they did like double frame or something in some parts and 1 frame on the other. It's a technical achievement.
Yeah.
It's a great visual movie, good soundtrack, love the soundtrack. Yeah, the visuals just really well done. Man, this is like, there was some hype to this movie, but I was really waiting for it, and I really enjoyed it, man. I actually watched it twice.
How does this compare to the Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man?
It's hard to. That's a really good question, man. I think this is I think this is standalone. It's very enjoyable because you have all these different Spider-Men and women, because you have Spider-Gwen, and then like the Spider-Pig, the Noir. Oh, Nicolas Cage! I believe Nicolas Cage is doing the voice of him. Yeah, he is. He's doing the Noir Spider-Man.
I was happy to see
voice actor that really stands out.
John Mulaney didn't stand out as Spider-Man.
I don't know. I didn't know Chris Pine did Peter Parker too. He did a good job.
I was big a John Mulaney fan. I didn't love his last stand-up, but I like.
Where's Mulaney? Oh, he's Spider. Oh, because Spider-Ham doesn't talk a lot in it.
Oh, that's a bummer. He's a really funny guy, John Mulaney. Huh. There's a lot of names in this one. You there? Ninja, you there? Seem to have lost Ninja. Yeah. The Skype just went out. As you can hear, the audio went up. Let me turn that down just there. Oh, we're waiting for him to get back in there and give me a call. Yeah, it looks like this is the one where they switched to a bunch of different Spider-Mans from different universes. I kind of wanted to see it. My girlfriend was not interested in it, so this was a hard pass for us, dog. Let's see. Looks like it won an Oscar, probably for animation. Let's take a look. It won an Oscar for Best Animated Feature Film, which makes sense. Won some other awards. Alright, this looked pretty good. Ninja saying that the Wi-Fi cut out. Yo, you back?
Yeah, I'm back, man. Sorry about that.
I filled the void. Go ahead. Keep going.
We're still good. Kicking.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. So where was that? Something about John Mulaney? I was trying to load up his page, and then the internet crapped out on me. Oh, okay, this guy. Yeah, more of a...
Yeah. Anyway, so talk about the plot. Like, what goes on in this movie?
Oh man, so the Kingpin's like huge, like literally huge. He's like the size of a small building. He's trying to open up some dimensions. Doc Ock is a female scientist. She's helping him out. The Kingpin actually kills like the real Spider-Man in that universe. So yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. Well, it's not graphic, so I'm surprised they didn't PG-13 for that. But yeah, and then opens up all these other universes, and they have to all work together. So, and Miles kind of goes through this transformation. Through it, he just learns a lot of lessons, man. He's growing up, and there's a big reveal. His uncle that he really has a lot in common with is actually a villain, and he sees him die by the Kingpin's hands. And he can't tell his dad. His dad hates Spider-Man. He becomes Spider-Man. So it's a lot of good plot points to it.
All right, what score do you give it?
Well, I can't give it higher than Die Hard. Like, it's like the standard.
Yeah, but you didn't. You gave a 9.
No, I'll give this one an 8 out of. I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. This is definitely at the very least, rent it. If not, I'm gonna buy it and watch it with my kids. So.
All right. Well, you know, we were talking about Spider-Man earlier, and you said that you were the ultimate Spider fan. You were the biggest Spider fan in all of nerd.
I'm actually dressed as Spider-Man right now. I thought we had to do that. I thought that's what the show notes said.
That is what they said, and I thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I figured, well, he's saying he's the ultimate Spider-Man fan, but let's see if he actually is. And I found, luckily for you, I found a quiz for it. So you ready to take the ultimate Spider-Man quiz?
I got nothing else to do, man.
Well, this is from a website called Beano, which ironically is also one of our sponsors. Beano, when you really gotta go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like the stuff you use before you eat like a lot of beans and stuff? It's the name.
Yeah, it's like a gas suppressant. Is it suppressant or like a releaser? I don't know. If you've got a bunch of gas coming up, take a Beano and email me what happens. Cause
yeah, please do.
I would like to know for reasons. So I figured we'd get started. You ready for a Spider-Man quiz?
Ready, man. I'm ready as a Doc Ock here.
Well, let's get the right music going for this. Let's see. Oh, that'll work. All right. Number 1. What is Spider-Man's real name? Bruce Wayne. Remember, I'd like to read all of them first.
I'm sorry. You know what? Where's BioPhoenix? It's always good to have somebody else doing it too. I don't have the live up.
Yeah. So anyway, Bruce Wayne, Peter Parker, Bruce Banner, or Clark Kent. You said Peter Parker. You are correct. All right. Which city does Spider-Man protect from crime? London, Los Angeles, Gotham City, or New York City?
I'm going to say the Big Apple.
New York City?
New York City.
You're correct. Number 3. Who wrote the original Spider-Man comics? J.K. Rowling, Walt Disney, Stan Lee, or Matt Groening?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Stan Lee. Rest in peace, Stan.
You are correct. Number 4. Where does Spider-Man shoot his webs from? His wrists, his head, his feet, or his eyes?
His wrist.
That's where his emotions come out. Number 5. Which newspaper did Peter Piper pick a... Which newspaper did Peter Parker work for in the 2002 film Spider-Man? Daily Planet, Daily Bugle, Sunday Post, or the New York Daily?
Oh, that's a tough one because I'm trying not to mix up. Because you know, Superman works for the paper too. I'm gonna say Daily Bugle.
That's what I was gonna say. You are correct. So far, you're 100%, man.
Nice.
All right, number 6. How did Peter Parker get his special powers? He drank a special potion. He was bitten by a radioactive spider from a fairground machine, or he was struck by lightning.
He was bit by a spider. All of the other ones are pretty entertaining, though.
From a fairground machine. Huh. I don't even know what that is. All right, number 7. What were the names of Peter Parker's parents? Homer and Marge, Richard and Mary, Peter and Lois, or Han and Leia?
Richard and Mary.
I only know that because I know what the other 3 are.
Oh, wow. Hey, man, whatever. Process elimination.
Number 8. What is the title of the new Spider-Man film released in 2017? This is an older quiz. Anyway. 2017. The Awesome Spider-Man, Spider-Man and the World Wide Web, Spider-Man Homecoming, or Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin?
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Nailed it. Number 9. What is Peter Parker's favorite hobby? Website design, flower arranging, collecting stamps, or photography?
I'm gonna go say photography.
Or number 5, beating off, which isn't on this, but throwing on there. Alright, photography, you are correct. Number 10, who's this? It's a guy, it's like in a green costume on like a hovercraft. Bane, Venom, Green Goblin,
probably Green Goblin,
or Iron Man. You gotta let me finish the answers! You're correct. Number 11. What does Peter Parker's spider sense do? Wobbles, shivers, tingles, or beeps?
Well, he's not backing up like a van, but
that'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna say tingle.
He's like beep, beep. Like, hold on.
That would be funny.
Something's happening.
Just like a movie van backing up. Well, hopefully it tingles, but if it tingles his arm, he might be having a stroke or heart attack.
Yeah. You should go to a doctor. Number 12. What words of wisdom did Peter Parker's uncle give to him? With great power comes great responsibility. Eat your vegetables. Don't get trapped in a bath. Or live long and prosper.
Okay, these are all great sayings, and I love the Star Trek one too. But I'm gonna go say great power comes great responsibility.
You are correct. What does "don't get trapped in a bath" come from? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. I'm actually really curious if we can find that out. Maybe list it next podcast.
Don't get trapped in a bath. The only thing I can find on Google is a woman in a coconut oil bath gets trapped in her tub. I don't think that's it. Alright, number 13. President Barack Obama's favorite superhero is Spider-Man. True or false?
There was an article with him. There was a issue with him, so I'm gonna go say true.
You're correct. Some of these quizzes have little bits of trivia afterwards. This one does not. I'm disappointed. Number 14. What speed can Spider-Man reach? 200 miles per hour, 100 miles per hour, 500 miles per hour, or 750 miles per hour?
Oh my god, I'm really gonna have to just guess at this one. 100 seems too slow.
What does that mean? What speed?
I'm gonna say 200.
Can he reach like running or?
I guess swinging. I guess the momentum that he picks up in those
It's
movies.
like anybody could go that speed if they did the right thing. That's weird. All right, you said 200 miles per hour?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
You're correct. This stupid comic book crap. All right, number 15. This chap isn't exactly a fan of Spider-Man. What's his name? It's a guy. What's up, Rosie? It's a guy wearing a trench coat. He's got glasses and some like tentacles or something sticking out of his back.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Electro, Lizard, Dr. Octopus, or Kraven the Hunter?
I'm gonna have to say Doc Ock.
You are correct. Number 16. What inspired Stan Lee to create Spider-Man? He saw a fly climb up a wall. He met a crime fighter called Man Spider. The idea came to him in a dream. He had a pet spider called Peter.
Last one's tempting, but I think it's something to do with the fly crawling up on the wall.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You're correct. Number 17. In 2011, Marvel introduced a comic book character who would become the new Spider-Man. What's his name? Miles Morales, Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne, or Eric Twinge?
I'll say Miles Morales.
Nailed it. Number 18. At which school did Peter Parker study? Grange Hill, Hogwarts, Arachno Academy? That's probably it. Midtown High School.
Midtown High School.
You're right. Number 19. It's another picture thing. Wow, these last two are really dumb. Spider-Man. Recently, a movie came out featuring Spider-Man, a Spider-Man villain, but Spider-Man wasn't in it. What movie was it? Kingpin, Venom, Hobgoblin, or the Joker?
Oh, Venom, then.
You're
We
correct.
reviewed it a few podcasts back.
Mm-hmm. In a recent movie, well, semi-recent, Spider-Man was holding a shield. Whose shield was it? Iron Man, Wolverine, Captain America, or Batman?
It's Captain America's shield because it was the Captain America Civil War movie. God, I watch way too much comic stuff.
You got 20 out of 20. Congratulations. In the hardest quiz I think we've ever done. I could have passed this quiz. I don't think I would have gotten all of them, but I would have gotten most of them.
Yeah. I think. Well, I think. God, it was like one of them. It was something to do with the season or something that I couldn't get. Right. That one was tough. But yeah, I love Spider. I grew up with a lot of Spider-Man stuff, man.
Just so you're aware, those last two I made up the questions.
Oh, okay.
The actual they're picture questions, and it's like clearly Venom, and there's no other character with a shield, and it's got like the American thing on it.
So you're sure it's not Wolverine? You sure it's not Captain?
Actually, I was wrong. It is
Iron
Wolverine.
Man.
Whoops. It's too bad. All right, ready to talk about some video games?
Oh man, always ready.
First up, we just got some games coming out that came out this week. There's absolutely just about nothing. There's Trials Rising, which is a racing-ish game. I think it's more time trials. The Lego Movie 2 video game is came out.
Nice.
I don't think anybody gave two shits about that. Remy Lore. Yeah, this is terrible. Anthem came out pretty recently.
Yeah, I keep seeing that. I keep seeing that advertisements on cable.
Did really poor. It sold less than half of what do you call it? What's that crappy game that came out? What was the last game they made? Mass Effect Andromeda. It sold half of what that game sold in its first week out.
Oh wow.
And if you remember that game, not received very well. The butt of everybody's jokes for a long time due to its graphical glitches. So that one didn't do too well. I mean, I guess it made money from what I heard, but whatever. Anthem's doing much worse. So it might be kind of like what happened with Destiny, where it started off really slow, and then
there's like a build up.
And then
Maybe
they keep
have much exposure.
Yeah,
I don't know what their PR. What was their PR like though? I mean, what was?
It's pretty big.
It's
pretty big.
Okay.
This is EA. They pump up their games. I guess Rosie's playing it. What do you think of it, Rosie? Says it's okay, mediocre. That's the thing. It's a game that's meant to span a long time. It's another one of those. What do you call them? Where you games as a service. So you're supposed to keep playing it. It's supposed to be a social game with your friends.
So like WoW. I mean, what?
Yeah, like a looter. It's a looter shooter, like a Diablo, but with shooting.
Oh
elements.
yeah. I mean, why don't you just go play Borderlands? Because Borderlands is basically Diablo with guns. That's how I've always explained it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that makes sense. It's It's too bad. I have a very strong. Obviously I've already done a video on this topic, but I think BioWare is about to get sold. Not sold. Canned. Completely trashed.
Oh, okay.
I would guess that's going to happen. Based off.
Well, that's unfortunate, man, because I really know them for the Mass Effect series.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Rare. Like that team that you know, that you remember, that you love, all that's gone. That stuff's over. Okay. So you kind of have to disassociate yourself with all that, which is sad, but it's the case. They're off doing other things. So it is what it is. That team is completely gone. Anthem has almost, from what I hear, like very, very little single player content. It's mostly just looter shooter. Rinse repeat. There's like 2 or 3 game modes, and that's about it.
So if you like grinding, you'll like that. If you don't, probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's better games to grind on. I would guess. Again, I haven't played it, so I guess I can't really judge. But just what I've heard and what I've seen, it's just I don't know why you'd bother. Coming up next month on March 1st, we have Dead or Alive 6, which my boy JD will most likely play. Interested to hear his take on that. I mean, if you like breast physics, then you should jump right on that. Okay. Oh, but March 8th, another game that he really likes, Devil May Cry 5, is coming out. That's
holy crap! Huge. They're still making those. Wow.
Yeah, they're still going on. Believe it or not. And then on March 15th, the game I might actually get, The Division 2. So we have that stuff to look forward to. We'll see if other people are going to play Division 2, I'll play it. I'm not playing it by myself, though. Oh, hold on. This says PC. Is it not coming out for the other ones? I'll have to look into that. I'm not going to play it on PC. But that's it for the games coming out. In brief news, Tencent is partnering with Intel on a new streaming service called Instant Play. And we talked about this a little bit before the show started. It's a streaming service, so you don't even have to have a good computer. In fact, you could probably use your phone. That's probably where they're going with it, is to get as many people to play high-end video games as possible using any possible device. And that's usually where streaming comes into play, is they all just go to a supercomputer. So all you really need is an internet connection, preferably a pretty good one. And then you can play anything.
Which most people have these days. I mean, I think we're far removed from the days of dial-up.
You would think so, but there's still, and I think it's probably a vocal minority. And by vocal, I mean it comes in hard to hear waves. But there are some people that live out in the boonies still, where internet is a problem. It's in probably the mid part of America.
Yeah, no, we have them all over, but they're more like pockets of resistance.
yeah, that's probably a good term for it.
We have them where I live at, too. They live like up in the mountainous area. It's just where it's physically difficult to get the fiber or whatever they're using to get up there. So
yeah, and I hear them complain a lot. Like some people, you'll hear it when they're talking about download speeds. When like a game comes out and they're like, I have to download a patch for this. Those are the people that you have to look out for, because they're in like Iowa.
Well, yeah, I met an older gentleman at a Walmart, and he was looking at games and stuff, and he has like satellite because he can't get a good signal. He can't go out there because it's not profitable to the companies to put the infrastructure down for them. So he wanted physical media to not have to download so much, because they get hammered with those bills for how much they download. So
it's true. Yeah, so that's unfortunate for them, but you're right. I think probably 95%, maybe 90% of the population is ready to be kind of just immersed in Wi-Fi and online. So I think this is definitely the next step, and which also is a put off for a lot of people because of the reduction in physical media. You're going to get way less physical media with all this happening, which is the right step, but I see the downsides of it as well. People like tangible goods. It's just not the way of the future.
Well, I think it's moving away from collectors, physical collections to just disposable media.
Yeah, yeah. And what?
I think the older generation kind of like collecting records and CDs and stuff is kind of. I think we're putting our life in more of a digital format. I think that's just a lifestyle change in general.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be hard for some people. Um, and you wonder what that does for video game history, you know? Like, let's say Anthem just completely tanks, right? They rip it off. Suddenly, if there weren't physical copies, which I guess there are right now, but let's pretend that there weren't. If they just completely remove it and delete it, it's gone. Like, nobody can go back and play it, can play it 20 years later and be like, okay, you know what? They did some things right. You can't revisit it. Whereas we could always go back and play a Tetris game or, Mario. And be like,
yeah, simpler times. Yeah, I guess.
So it's an interesting topic about what happens historically. Is there somewhere that we have a hard drive that has all the games on it? Or do we just not even care? I don't know. That's somebody else's topic. I don't worry about it. I buy mostly digital these days.
I mean, you got GOG, good old games, and you have there's a emulation website too that you can play older games that lost the copyright or whatever residuals.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen for. Maybe it will. Maybe people will upload enough of these that it we'll be able to keep the ROM files or ISO files. That's an interesting topic. I don't know the answer to that. But it'll be interesting. It's definitely the way of the future. And then finally, to cap off the show, we have 2 new Pokemon games announced. So there's always 2. It's usually how it goes. And they are for the Switch. You have Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. You ever play Pokemon Red or Blue?
The one gives you Charmander, Charizilla, and one.
Charizilla.
Dude, if I took a Pokemon quiz, I'm pretty sure I get negative points. I'm sorry, fans that are Pokemon.
No, they don't. You can get either in any of them.
Yeah, I know they're physically red and blue. How about that?
There's
How about that?
there's exclusive Pokemon in each one, but those are not them.
Oh, okay. The exclusivity.
You're sort of seeing it. Obviously, it's hidden behind this button and a little graininess, but that's what the game looks like. Kind of, if you played the new Pokemon Yellow remake, Let's Go Pikachu, kind of looks like that.
Let's go Pikachu. Let's go. Where it seems like something at a frat rally or something.
Yeah, like something really douchey. But that's kind of what we're looking at here. It's got the new starters: Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. They look cute, I guess. And we're exploring the Galar region, which I heard was supposed to be like a British, like because they all. I don't know if you probably didn't know this, but all the different regions in the games have usually been a reference to a real world country.
Oh, okay.
/ continent. So
that's something new today.
This one's more of Britain, supposedly. That's what I heard. Looks like a hoot and a half, maybe. So it's coming soon. There's almost no details, but it's coming at the end of the year. I'll get it for sure. It's been a while since I actually finished a Pokemon game, though. They haven't really held me as much as I would like. But
so they don't have a lot of replay value?
To the right person, they do. And people get really into the competitiveness of it. But it's super grindy. It's absurdly grindy. What you have to do is you raise a Pokemon to level 100, which takes some time. Not a ton of time, but it takes time. And then you breed it and make another one. Then you raise that one to level 100, and you do it like 5 times, and you treat it, and it's just and you have a party of 6. You got to do that 5 times over with all of your Pokemon. It gets a little bit to me, that's like way too
Tedious.
much. Yeah, right? Incredibly so. So, not really my style, but I like it just for the adventure part, and then it ends. I like that. I don't even like to catch them all. I don't really care about that.
I like how there's a positive that ends eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Spencer's favorite part of anything he's ever done is end credits. That's the best part of everything. Anyway, that's all I got. You got anything else, Ninja?
No, I'm good. I think they have Shamrock Shakes at McDonald's. I think St. Patrick's Day is going up, so get you a chemically induced green Shamrock Shake at McDonald's. You deserve a break today.
All right, we fit in a couple commercials in this one. We're begging for sponsorship. If you know anybody that wants to sponsor us, we're the people for it. We can do them just like that. Hit you up. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.